Hey guys, so today I decided to download Path of Exile. I've actually never played this game, I've never played even Diablo, so for me this game and just all the genre in general is completely new. But this does give me a good opportunity to try it out firsthand and see what I think of the game. I've seen that there's a new update or something to the game. I think it's called Crucible. Don't really know what it is. Honestly, don't even know anything about this game. All I know that I just watched a few minutes of YouTube guide just to understand whether I should play in the league or in the standard game, because I had no idea what are the differences between them. From what I understand, I should play in the league because it just started and my character is gonna be transferred to the standard league after the league is done. At least that is how I understood it. To be honest, I wasn't planning exactly to watch anything else because I like to explore the games for myself, but as soon as I opened the skill tree or the talent tree, I don't know what exactly it's called. Honestly, I was so confused that I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna watch a little bit of YouTube just to find out what skills do I level up, because honestly guys, this tree was completely overwhelming for me. I had no idea what to do, and I thought, even though I don't actually understand what I'm leveling up, at least I know it's somewhat decent because that is what a guy on YouTube showed me to do. Other than that, I haven't watched anything. I like to explore for myself. I know I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes along the way. It's gonna be I know it's gonna be a fun ride, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. This is one of those games that immediately hooked me up, and honestly I was surprised because it was so confusing. To say this game wasn't noob friendly, that would be a complete and massive understatement. As you can see, I encountered my first forge and I got completely wrecked. No surprises, I guess. To be honest, I had no idea what a forge does. All I knew, I pressed some buttons, a lot of monsters appeared and I got wrecked. After that, I didn't know where I need to go, so I tried to just run along and just find where I need to go. As you can see, that wasn't exactly a great idea. I attracted a whole bunch of mobs and, you know, I got wrecked again. That's okay, I guess that's the part of the experience. After that, I found the flat muds. I leveled up my skills a little bit more and I killed a whole bunch of monsters there. I found a whole bunch of chests and everything and items that I later sold. But as it turns out, that wasn't where I was needed to go. My quest was in another place, and later on I found it. It was actually the other way through. I needed to go through a little passage through water. There I killed some more mobs, like killed the boss. I found the medicine chest and I went back to receive the reward for the quest, and afterwards I went back to the flat muds. In there I went to this other location that I needed to clear all the mobs again. I cleared everything, I got my reward for the quest again, and slowly but surely I made my way down to the Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs actually gave me a lot of good items. I was surprised, like this was an optional quest which I didn't know how to give up, so I decided I'm just gonna go and do it, and I was glad I did it. Mr. Krabs gave me a lot of good items, including this absolutely epic amulet, which I was very happy to get because the one I had was a complete trash. As you can see, that was a massive upgrade for me. Good times for Mr. Krabs. After that, I sold the rest of the items that I didn't need. I still to this day don't really understand, is there a currency in this game or not? From what I understand, you buy and sell everything with scrolls of wisdom. I don't know if there's like a gold or something or any other currency. That's the only currency I have found so far. Yeah, once I sold everything, I was looking for new skills. I still am a little bit lost with these skills. Like, I don't know anything about them. I just know the skills that I have, I guess, doing the job well, and I'm not really complaining at this moment. After that, I started to make my way to the prisoner's gate. As you can see, I leveled up my skill tree even more. I'm still a little bit confused what I'm doing here. All I know that when I level up, there's usually just a spell damage increase, which I'm happy for. A little bit more mana and health, again, which I'm also happy for. We'll see later on, do I need to do anything else? Once I entered the prison, I have to say the prison was actually pretty massive. It had multiple floors, it was huge. One thing that really stood out for me in this game is how every dungeon and everything is just so unique and awesome. Just so cool looking, with such a huge depth to the game, and everything looks so pretty. Nothing looks cheap. I really like it. I really enjoy it. The skills are awesome. The gameplay is awesome. I don't know how it's gonna progress in the long run, but for now I'm loving every minute in this game. Then I found this guy, which was kind of like a boss of this prison, I guess. Honestly, he was pretty weak. I thought he was gonna be a lot stronger, but yeah, he was pretty weak and easy to defeat, which is, I guess, a good news, I suppose. He didn't drop anything interesting, so yeah, there's that. But I slowly started to make my way towards the new city, and this was the first time where I actually decided to do the Crucible Forge. Yes, I know I skipped a lot of them before I got to here, but I got wrecked so hard the first time, I just didn't want to do it again. I just didn't know if I can do it. And now when I tried it, it was actually pretty easy to do. To be honest, at this point, when I did it, I had no idea what it gave me. Like, none. I did it and I didn't know why I did it. But one thing I did know is because I see them everywhere, that means they are important and they have to give me something when I do them, right? So I thought, I'm just gonna do them and eventually I'm gonna find out what they give me. I talk talked to the captain. Captain gave me some quests to do, then I went back to the captain and I had to defeat the captain, and after that I had to move on. From there onwards I made my way to another cave, and yet again I decided to do a forgeable. This time it was a little bit more difficult, but again, nothing crazy. I did it, no problem. From there onwards I made my way to another cave. It was like, again, just like the prison, it was a whole system of the caves. I did another forge. This time I went really hard with it. That's what she said, I guess, but it was a little bit more difficult. I had to drink some potions and everything, but again, you know, I thought I'm gonna have such a huge problem when the first time I got wrecked so hard, but it wasn't a big problem. And this time I actually found what it does. It actually gives me passive stuff, which now makes me feel a little bit sad that I skipped so many forges, but you know, it is what it is. I'm new to the game, so I guess it's acceptable. You know, if I ever create a new character, next time I'll know what to do. After that, I went to this cave and I found this boss. This was the hardest boss by far so far. I guess it was like the main boss of the first act or something from what I understood. I don't exactly know what the acts are. All I know is that I guess there are like a progression of the game. I don't know how many there are. From what I know, I think there's at least 10 of them. I'm not sure, maybe even more or less. But I know that there is a bunch of them. Obviously enough, I died a few times at this boss, but you know, it's given when you play this game for the first time. I'm not gonna lie, this is not the easiest game in the world, but it's manageable, it's not too bad. Once I defeated this boss, I thought that was the end of it, but actually it wasn't. Once I killed it, he actually spawned another version of himself, which to be fair was probably even a little bit harder to kill, but somehow I didn't die on the second boss. I don't know how. I guess I was starting to get used to the game a little bit more and how it works. But this was the most fun boss by far for now, and I hope the game will give me even more of these type of bosses. It wasn't easy, but it was really fun to do. He didn't drop anything of useful to me, at least, you know, if he did, I didn't understood. I just took the items so I could sell them for scrolls of wisdom and other stuff, and from there on I moved out of this cave and I was in the new area of Act 2. So finally I made it to the Act 2. From here onwards I did another forge. Again I went hard with it because I wasn't afraid that much anymore. This time I nearly died. It was a lot harder, but I still managed to do it. It wasn't the end of the world to do it. And once I finished it, my second weapon got a passive skill, which was pretty nice. I don't know if those passive skills transfer to other weapons when I buy them. I hope they do, but probably not. We'll see, I suppose. I'm still confused, where do I get skills? How do I buy them? Because in the first town, the lady that sold me the vans also had skills. She had a lot of them, so I didn't know what I need to pick up, what are the best skills. But in the second town, when I came to the lady, she only had like weapons and stuff, but she didn't have any skills. So I am a little bit confused, where do I get new skills, or need to just drop them from the monsters? I don't know, I guess we'll see. So this was my first day in Path of Exile. To get to this town, it took me maybe like around like 4 to 5 hours, if not a little bit more. Yeah, I know it's a lot of time, and for you veteran players out there, you probably think, oh wow, so long. But I am playing this game for the first time, and this genre in general for the first time, so I feel like for me this is an acceptable time. I learned a lot along the way. I learned how the game works, at least a little bit. I understood the mechanics of the game. I learned how to play with my skills and how to use them correctly. I still am confused, what are the best weapons for me? What are the best options on the weapons for me? How do I get these options? How do I get these weapons? How do I get these items? What are the best stuff for me is? I don't know any of this. I'm trying to figure out as I'm playing. As you can see, this is the gear I have, and honestly I know this probably sucks, but this is the best I have for now. Even if I found something better along the way to the second town, I just didn't know, and I probably just sold it because I didn't know it was better for me. So any help in the comments, like any tips, like what do I need to do? What do I need to not miss? And maybe some tips on the gear is massively appreciated. As much as I like to experience the games for myself and explore for myself, this game is just on a whole new level of being confusing. So this time I don't mind getting a little bit of tips and help from you guys. So yeah, this is my progression for now. This game is awesome. I loved every minute of it. I'm gonna play more of it. I'm gonna make more videos on it. The only thing I wish from this game, it was just a tiny bit, a little bit more less confusing and a little bit more newbie friendly. But I'm pretty sure once I start to understand everything, I will start to appreciate the game even more. But for now, I appreciate you watching this video. Thank you. If you could press like on this video and potentially even subscribe if you found this interesting to watch, that would be amazing. Videos like these take a while to make, a while to edit, so any help with a like or subscription would be phenomenal from you guys. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you another time. Thank you. Bye bye.